welcome student. Today we are going to discuss about the quality control of tablet. The next topic, that is disintegration test. So as we earlier said, disintegration, it is a time required for the tablet to break into particles, and the disintegration test, it is a measurement or it is measure only of the time required under a given set of conditions for a group of tablets to disintegrate into particles which will pass through 10 mesh size. That means disintegration, that means the breakdown of tablets into particles at a required time period. So various disintegration apparatus are available. First one is apparatus consists of basket track containing 6 open-ended glass tubes which is held in a vertical position, and a number of 10 mesh stainless steel wire screen is attached to the bottom, which to take for disintegration type, one tablet is placed in each tube and basket track is positioned in a 1 liter beaker of water, and stimulated gastric fluid which is having pH, there must be 1.2 pH, or stimulated intestinal fluid which is having pH that is 7.4 at 37 degrees Celsius. So standard motor driven devices is used to move the basket assembly which contain the tablet up and down through a distance of 5 to 6 centimeter at a frequency of 23 to 32 cycle per minute. It's totally depend on how much disintegration time or how much frequency you set. And next is perforated disc may also be used in the test. These are placed on the top of the tablet and impart on abrasive action to the tablets. These discs are useful for tablets that float. And to be in compliance with the USP standard, the tablet must disintegrate and all of the particles must pass through the 10 mesh screen in the time specified. So there are some limits for various different categories of tablet. First one is uncoated tablet. So for uncoated tablet, the disintegration time period is not more than 30 minutes according to USP. According to British Pharmacopoeia, 15 minutes, and according to United States Pharmacopoeia, that is 30 minutes. Next is for coated tablet, 2 hours may be required for and sublingual tablet, the disintegration time, that is 3 minutes. Next is disintegration media. So for disintegration media we can use water, sometimes we can use stimulated gastric fluid which is having pH 1.2, that is HCl, and stimulated intestinal fluid which is having pH that is 7.5, which contain phosphate buffer, pancreatic enzyme and sodium hydroxide. So there are different disintegration testing condition and interpretation for various types of tablet. First one is uncoated tablet. So for uncoated tablet, the medium must be water or you can use buffer. Temperature must be 37 degree plus minus 2 degrees Celsius and limit to 15 minutes or as per individual monogram. Next is film coated tablet. For film coated tablet we use medium, we use water as medium and the temperature is same 37 degree plus minus 2 degree, that is room temperature. Limit 30 minutes. Sugar coated tablet, water or hydrochloric acid is used as medium. Temperature is 37 degree plus minus 2 degrees Celsius. Limit 60 minutes. For dispersible tablet, water is used as medium. 25 degree plus minus 1 degree temperature is there, and limit is 3 minutes. Next is effervescent tablets. So for effervescent tablet we use water as medium and temperature must be 25 degrees Celsius plus minus 5 degrees Celsius and limit must be 5 minutes or as per individual monographs. Next is enteric coated tablet. So for enteric coated tablet, 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid which is mixed with buffer solution which having pH 6.8 is used as medium, and temperature must be 37 degree plus minus 2 degree, and if we are using hydrochloric acid then disintegration time limit that is 2 hours, and if we are using buffer or phosphate buffer, so at that condition the limit must be 60 minutes. And for soluble tablet, simple, we can use water as a medium and temperature must be 20 degree plus minus 5 degrees Celsius and limit must be 3 minutes. Next is method for uncoated tablets. So first of all, we start the disintegration test on 6 tablets. So we select the 6 individual tablets, weigh it properly individually. If 1 or 2 tablets from the 6 tablets fail, disintegrate completely, within 30 minutes. So repeat the same test on another 12 tablets. That is, the whole test will consume 18 tablets. Okay, and if not less than 16 tablets disintegrate completely within that time, and if more than 2 tablets from 18 tablets fail to disintegrate, the batch must be rejected. And the method for coated tablet: first of all, to remove or dissolve the coat, immerse the tablet in distilled water for 5 minutes. Then put the tablet in apparatus in water or hydrochloric acid, whatever we can use, for 30 minutes at 37 degrees Celsius. And this is according to United States Pharmacopoeia. And if it is not disintegrate, so put it in intestinal fluid. If 1 or 2 tablets fail to disintegrate, so repeat the process on 12 tablets, so 16 tablets for 18. That must be completely disintegrate within the time. If 2 or more not disintegrated, the batch is rejected. Okay, and there is another method, that is USP or BP method for enteric coated tablet. So first of all, put in distilled water for 5 minutes to dissolve the coat. Then we put that tablet in a stimulated gastric fluid for 1 hour, and then put the stimulated intestinal fluid for 2 hours. If 1 or 2 tablets fail to disintegrate, so repeat this test on another 12 tablets. So 16 tablets from 18 that should completely disintegrate. If more than 2 fail to disintegrate, the batch must be rejected. Okay. Next is dissolution test. So dissolution test, it is a process by which a solid enters a solution. Dissolution, that means solid enters a solution. So dissolution rate is defined as the amount of drug substances that goes into solution per minute under the standardized condition of liquid or solid interface on temperature and solvent composition. So dissolution, it is one of the most important quality control tests and considered as tool for predicting bioavailability, in some cases replacing clinical studies to determine bioequivalence. In fact, direct relationship between in vitro dissolution rate of many drugs and their bioavailability that has been demonstrated, and in generally referred as an in vitro or in vivo correlation. Also, we can know as we known as IVIVC test, that is in vitro in vivo correlation. So dissolution is what? Dissolution is mass transfer process, and it is mainly depends on the aqueous solubility of drug. So it is a process in which solid mass transfer in liquid medium. Okay. There are 4 steps which is dissolution, in which dissolution based. So first one is wetting, second is solubility, third one is swelling, fourth one is diffusion. So first one, the particle size, shape, surface area, it is important factor that can affect the rate of dissolution of drug. And the aqueous solubility is increases, so rate of dissolution of drug, that will also increases. There are some terminologies, like first one is dissolution. So as we earlier said, dissolution, it is a solid mass transfer process into liquid medium. Diffusion, so diffusion, it is diffusion is same as dissolution, because diffusion and dissolution both are mass transfer process, but dissolution is mass transfer process into liquid medium. But diffusion, it is a mass transfer process of individual molecule of atoms having continuous random molecular motion and contain in concentration gradient is known as diffusion. Okay, next is dialysis. So dialysis, that means separation of easily diffusible particle from poorly diffusible particle through semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis, it is a passage of solvent molecule into solution through semi-permeable membrane. Next is ultrafiltration. So ultrafiltration, that means separation of colloidal particles from subcolloidal particle through semi-permeable membrane. What is semi-permeable membrane? It is a thin layer that can separate two phases. Uh, Steady state mass transfer process is remains constant per unit time. Non-steady state, the mass transfer process is not remains constant per unit time. Osmotic pressure, it is exerted in walls of semi-permeable membrane through concentration gradient. Diffusion or penetrant, the amount of material transport in semi-permeable membrane. Last one is concentration gradient, the concentration of material that transported in region of high concentration to region of low concentration, that is known as concentration gradient. Next is theory of drug dissolution. So theory of drug dissolution, it become completely based on three theories. So first one is diffusion layer model theory. It is also known as film theory. Second one is Danquard model theory, and you can say penetration or surface renewal theory. Third one is interfacial barrier model theory or double barrier or limited salvation theory. There are some factors that can affect the dissolution rate. So first one is physicochemical properties of drug product formulation factors, processing factors, factors related dissolution apparatus, and factors related dissolution test parameter. So finally we go through this dissolution test apparatus. There are two types of apparatus are available for dissolution test. First one is IP apparatus, second one is USB apparatus. First one is IP apparatus, which is having two apparatus first and apparatus second. So apparatus first, that is paddle type, and apparatus second, which is basket type. And according to USB apparatus first, that means rotating basket, apparatus second, paddle assembly, apparatus third, that is reciprocating cylinder, apparatus 4 is also known as flow through cell, apparatus 5 is paddle over disc, apparatus 6 that is cylinder, and apparatus 7 that is reciprocating holder. So first one is USB dissolution apparatus first, also known as basket method. We mostly follow the USB dissolution apparatus, so we go through it. Okay, so a basket type method which contain a basket like structure and which is mostly used for dissolution of tablet, capsule, delayed release suppositories, floating doses form. The method is that a single tablet is placed in this small wire mesh basket, and which is attached to the bottom of shaft connected to a variable speed motor, and then basket is immersed in dissolution media. Dissolution media we can use or which is specified in the monograph of that particular drug, so which contains 1000 ml of flask, and the flask is cylindrical with a hemispherical bottom, and the flask is maintained at 37 degree plus minus 50 degrees Celsius temperature by a constant temperature bar. Then what we do, motor is adjusted to turn at the specified speed, and sample of the fluid are withdrawn at interval to determine the amount of drug in solution. Okay, next is USB apparatus second, which is paddle type or paddle method. Actually USB apparatus first, that is basket type, and paddle type, they both are the same. Difference is that in dissolution apparatus first basket type, there is a basket attached to the wire mesh basket, which is attached to the bottom of shaft. But in USB apparatus second paddle type, there is a shaft, there is a paddle in place of basket. Okay, so paddle type dissolution apparatus or USB dissolution apparatus second is mostly used for the dissolution of tablet, capsules, beads, and entry coated tablets, delayed release tablets. And also it contains a dissolution vessel which have a rotating paddle shaft, it also contains the plastic cap, gasket, plungers, and drug compacts. Okay, so method is same as apparatus first, except the basket is replaced by paddle, and the dose form is allowed to sink to the bottom of the flask before stirring. And for dissolution test, USB specifies the dissolution test media and volume. So the type of apparatus to be used, RPM of the shaft, time limit of the test, and assay procedure form. And third one is the reciprocating cylinder. It is a set of cylinder which is used for the dissolution of tablet, beads, extended, and control release doses form. Dissolution apparatus 4, which is flow through cell. Uh, this is the diagram of flow through cell, which have an inlet at the bottom of that particular apparatus and outlet on top of the apparatus. Okay, there is a ceramic balls like structure, the cell body which is made up of metals, and there is a RF coil, gasket, and glass beads are there. Dissolution apparatus 4 is used for the low solubility drug, implants, microparticulates, suppositories, control release formulations. USB dissolution apparatus 5, which is used also known as paddle over disc, and it is used for the dissolution of transdermal products or emulsions. Dissolution apparatus 6, that is rotating cylinder, mainly used for the transdermal formulations. Last one is dissolution apparatus 7, that is reciprocating cylinder, which is used for Actually, these all are the diagram of various type of reciprocating cylinders like acrylic rod, angle disc, and Teflon cylinders, spring holders. And last one is reciprocating disc. Okay, so this is used for dissolution of control release tablets or doses from non-disintegrating oral formulations. Okay, so next topic we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.